most important thing I can do this morning is to reinforce what a pleasure it is to represent the city of Houston in these very tough times, led by an innovator himself. President Ibram, you are correct that we have had the doors of opportunity open because Mayor Sylvester Turner has never turned away from an idea that was good and one that could be better, but if he was engaged in it with the city resources, we would be at the point we needed to be. ION is here with all of the community involvement and challenges of which I continue to represent. Mayor Sylvester Turner opened the door, and I want to say thank you for the innovative approach that you take to leading this city. Thank you, Mayor, very much for your leadership. To Jan and to Roland, what an amazing duo. And the reason is that as a member of the United States Congress, 3 years we have been focusing on the pandemic. When I say that, not to the exclusion of the needs of this nation, but it is particularly important to take note of the fact that the East End representation of this great company, TXRX, went forward in some of the moments most dark in our community, wearing masks, fatalities, and shock through a pandemic that looked like it would not end. But yet we stand in the ION. We stand with your company that proceeded to know that as we moved into the aftermath of the pandemic, which I know we're going to see, isn't it exciting that Houston still can be called the rising innovative and the rising creative and the collaborator and the tech city that it is? Thank you to both of them, and thank you to all of you that are here. That is what I believe is the most important element. Give yourselves a hand. That is what is most important. We have come to this point. So let me thank Rice for persisting during this time. The project started right before the pandemic, if my dates are right, and however it kept going and kept going until the point of its completion. Let me thank you again, David. Let me thank you, Reggie, for ascending soon to the leadership, recognizing that the best universities are those who can push out to the community. I understand that the technology that Roland has will be able to be used in the medical center, providing the equipment and the protective equipment that is needed. What an important partnership to ensure that not only is a product known to scientists and techs, but it can be known to the hardworking nurses and doctors and health professionals who are fighting one pandemic, hoping we don't have to fight another one soon. We are certainly grateful for the Mayor's development team. Andy, thank you again for your historical knowledge. Thank you to the Rice graduate that is also an innovator himself, Councilmember Robinson. And so I'm here on behalf of the United States Congress. I'm glad that before going back to Washington, I was able to be here. And I want you to know that as we have been moving legislation that will become law, first, the bipartisan infrastructure bill, those billions of dollars that will come to Houston will embrace technology and be a friend to ION in the great work that it is doing. But even more so, the Build Back Better bill is specifically focused on ensuring that technology reaches beyond the high floors of this building, as this building stands as a symbol between an inner city third ward and a rising west going toward the Galleria. There's nothing better than using technology to bring communities together. That's what we're doing here today, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Let me close by saying that I am a senior member, former chair of the Cybersecurity Committee, and on the Cybersecurity and Intelligence Committee. I recognize the cruciality and the intersectionality of the idea of information, cybersecurity, protection of our most precious and important resources, which is intelligence and as well creativity. And so I am grateful that ION is here, that it will continue to be part of the landscape of America, and that as we look in the United States Congress and funding of what city we will collaborate with and invest in, you have already provided the very important next step that will allow us to speak loudly about how vital this is. Let me thank the Rights Management, Allison, for all the work that has been done. And let me continue to say that we in the United States Congress will extend a hand of friendship as we build the community's knowledge, build the community's working together and understanding, and as we say, high water, storms, cold weather, and yes, pandemics cannot stop the growth of creativity, innovation, ingenuity, and grandness of technology in the great city of Houston, in the great state of Texas. I'm delighted to congratulate you and to say thank you on behalf of the United States Congress and the United States of America. Let me ask Roland and Jan to come and just receive this. The mayor knows I'm going to insist on him standing as well, so he needs to come stand. David, please. And this is sort of a celebration of today, and to take note of the entrepreneurial, corporate, and academic communities coming together, and you are most deserving of the respect and admiration of the United States Congress. It's not a check, but it certainly is laying the groundwork for taking your message back to Washington, D.C.
I need to compose myself. Thank you, Mayor Turner, Congresswoman Jackson Lee, and President Lieberman for joining us today at this incredible moment where we finally are together to actually celebrate sort of this physical space that Roland will be operating and his team. Before we invite Roland to come and say a few remarks, I just want to do a little bit of logistics to help sort of move on the process. So this is the time you look on your name badge. If it has a red dot on it, you're part of the first tour group. We have to split you up to take you through the tour, and you'll be following Roland. If you have a blue dot, just hang back and you'll join the second tour. If there's no dots on it, but you happen to be media, you join the red dots. But if you're not media, please just stay back and wait. So the logistics out of the way, it is my pleasure to invite my now good friend and fellow Rice alum, Roland, to come up and say a few words and maybe do a little bit more logistics about what they have to expect here. So Roland, welcome up.
Well, thank you so much. I actually want to start off on a little bit of a personal note, to be honest with you, which is, I think Mayor Turner said it. Actually, interestingly enough, it's very ironic. I am actually getting to go big and go home, because not only is TXRX been growing, but also as a Rice alumni, this is a dream come true. I left Rice and now I've come back and gotten to work with what I think is most likely the coolest place that I've been so far in my life. And so that's a unique opportunity for me. I'll keep my comments here pretty short because, to be honest with you, I don't think I could probably say anything better than the illustrious people who have come before me have said. But I do want to, of course, take the time to thank everyone for coming out and visiting the Ion Prototyping Lab and seeing what we're up to. I know everyone's schedule is busy, but this is really an amazing opportunity for TXRX to be able to be part of the Ion, the community diversity and collaboration that's happening here is really kind of the culmination of the 14 years of honing our prototyping, fabrication, education, and kind of innovation chops over the past years. And to be able to bring this to what I can already tell is going to be really the most collaborative and innovative space in Houston. is really just an amazing opportunity. And to get all the opportunity to thank all of the people that have made this happen, because I know so many of the people that have made this facility and TXRX's inclusion in it happen are actually in the room here today. And so the opportunity to thank them is amazing, and so I'll do that now. Of course, Mayor Turner, who's been an amazing supporter of ours throughout the years, President Lebron, who's led Rice for so long. Actually, sadly, I was just short of when you came on board when I graduated, but I've gotten to watch it from very nearby and participate in some of it, and it's been really amazing to see what's happened with Rice over the years. And of course, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, who's been both a part of our other facility, this facility, and helped us so much. And all the folks from Rice Management Corporation and the ION team that have worked so hard to help bring us here and provide this amazing opportunity for us. And also this amazing opportunity for Houston, because I believe that the type of physical fabrication, physical innovation, and hard tech that the Ion Prototyping Lab and TXRX really focuses on will be the future for Houston. And so this is, I think, where it starts. And so with that, I think hopefully we don't have to hear any more of me talking. We can instead go look at what we're making in the Ion Prototyping Lab. So if the red dots will join me on the top left where one of our team members is waving, we'll wander through the space and meet all of the companies that are already working with us.
So do we just follow them? Yeah.